Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Network for You. We welcome you all to our new series, that is CCNP Encore 350-401. So in our last class we already discussed about STP. We are going to cover that one. If you see, this is the syllabus paper. We are discussing this one, spanning tree protocol. So in last class we discussed what is spanning tree protocol and how it is saving our network, it is disabling the link and avoiding the loop in the network. We already discussed yesterday in our last class, we discussed that one, but anyhow let me revise some points, then we will continue the remaining one. Okay, so let me go here and let me take some switch, or I already have some topology in the packet tracer. We are going to discuss this one. First of all, remember STP is a spanning tree protocol. It is a layer 2 protocol we use to avoid the loop in the network. With the help of STP, it will disable the link. Whatever link is creating the loop in the network, it will disable. So what problem we will have? I will write the problem. If we don't have spanning tree protocol, we will have the three types of issue as we discussed in our last class. That is, first issue we will have broadcast storm. Let me write broadcast storm. Okay, means multiple frames, lot of frames will be broadcast we know, all the frames are sending is nothing but broadcast to all the PCs. And storm, we know this is an English word, we can say. We have another thing is MAC database table instable. This we already discussed in our last class. Database, this one, database is instability. Okay, let me write in shortcut. And we have multiple frame, so we are going to see this one, multiple frame transmission. So what I taken a simple topology here. If you see here, I have three switch. Let me show you. These are the three switch. I have three PC. I already assigned the IP address to this PC. If you see 192.168.1.1, and this is the subnet mask. So in this scenario, what I am doing, I have three PC. I assign the IP address to this three PC, and I change the MAC address. In real life, we cannot change the MAC address, but here what I done, I changed the MAC address of the PC. Let me show you how I change the MAC address of the PC here. If you see, for this PC, I wrote 0AAA-0AAA-001. So by seeing the MAC address, we know this MAC address of this PC. And for this PC, what I change, let me show you what MAC address I change here. If I go here, this is same thing, AAA, we have 02, this one. This is 01, this is 02, this is 03. Let me show you here. Let me show you 03. So what I am doing, I will open the simulation mode. This is a simulation mode. I open this one. Now I will take one packet, example this packet, from this PC, this PC. I want to ping from PC 192.168.1.1 to 1.3. So now we will send this packet. Okay, let me send this packet. I send to this frame. Okay, and this frame is going to here, and from here it will go to here. So this is a normal procedure because we are running the spanning tree protocol. If you see this one, this link is disabled. Spanning tree disable this link. What we can say is spanning tree block this link, because this link is creating in the loop in the network. Okay, so what I want you to say, if I disable this spanning tree in this switch, all these three switch, then we will have the issue. What issue we will have? Just now what we discussed: broadcast storm, MAC database table instability, and multiple frame transmission. So let me go and disable for all the switch and show you how issue we are going to face. Okay, but don't do this one in the real scenario. In the production network, don't do this one, else you will have the issue. Okay, this is for lab purpose we are doing. So what I want to say you, this is for lab purpose, we are disabling the STP. But in your production network, don't do this type, disabling of the STP. Okay, so I am here in the switch 1. Let me go here and I will go in the global configuration mode. Whenever I want to do any configuration, I will go to the global configuration mode. I will write spanning tree VLAN 1. Okay, I disable the spanning tree for VLAN 1 for the switch 1. Let me copy this thing, same I can paste here. Okay, in the all other switches. So this one I disable. So now I will go to the other switch, that is a switch 2. I will do here also. Let me go here, enable, and go in the global configuration mode, then paste this configuration whatever we wrote. No spanning tree, so it will disable in this switch also. I will go to this switch, the switch 3 also, and then let me do here also. I will go in the enable config t, then one here I will paste the configuration. So I paste the configuration here. Now I disable the spanning tree for all the switch. If you see here, no port is blocked. Okay, no port is blocked. What I am saying, it is creating the loop. How it is creating the loop? Because whenever packet will come, it will forward to all the interface. So it will forward here, it will forward here, it will again, it will go here, it will forward here, this will also forward here, this will come here in this way, this will come here in this way. Means this interface F0 by 1 receive one frame. It is forwarded to F0 by 2. That frame again it is coming with other interface, that is F0 by 3. So what I want to say you here, this switch 1 is having the MAC table. He stored here information from the interface F0 by 1. I receive this MAC address, example 01. And after some time, same frame will come again to this switch with the different interface, that is F0 by 3. F0 by 3. Again the MAC address will be 01. So this switch will be confused. Sometime he is coming from the F0 by 1. Sometime it is coming from F0 by 3. So we can say this one is nothing but MAC address, MAC database instability. We can say MAC database instability, because in the MAC address table, it is changing. Switch is confused. Sometime this frame is coming from this interface. He is thinking, okay, this PC is connected here, I am getting. But after some time, PC is disconnected from this interface, it is connected to this interface. Again, he will receive same interface. He will say, some issue is there and the table is going to be unstable. Table will be not stable, it will have the issue. So it will eat the bandwidth of our network. So we need to take care about this one. So let me show you. Now let me go in the simulation mode and do that one. So I am in the simulation mode, and here let me do here what I will do. I will take one packet here from this PC to this PC. Okay, I taken one packet here, I send here, because see here, this packet sent by the switch from this direction as well as this direction. In our previous way it does not send, but here see, if I move here, let me show you. See, if you go here in the switch also, we can verify. I will do here show MAC address table. If you see here, I have the MAC address table, this one AAA 01 and 03. These two I think I did not change for this PC, that's why. Or maybe let me clear, let me write clear MAC address table. Okay, now let me see show MAC address table. I don't have any MAC entry now in this switch. Let me again play this one. So we will have the this packets will go, so we will have the entry in our MAC table. Let me check now again the entry, what entry we have here. Show MAC address table, I have one entry. It is saying I have the 000, this one, this MAC address is connected to F0 by 3. If you see, this is saying F0 by 3. This is a MAC address. Okay, this is a MAC address. This MAC address belongs to which PC? This PC. Let me show you. This is a MAC address 001. 001 belongs to which PC? The PC is this one. But it is connected to which interface? F0 by 1. But here in the MAC address table, it is showing it is connected to F0 by 2. Why? Because the packet is going from here and going to this direction, and again same packet is coming to here. So switch is confused. So we can say this is nothing but MAC database table instability. Okay, let me show you again. Let me remove from the simulation mode and let me delete the MAC address table here. Let me delete all the table, my MAC address table. Let me clear, I think I have already command clear, and let me clear for all the switch. Let me go here also, clear here also, clear MAC address table. Okay, I clear here also, and let me go here also, let me clear here also, clear MAC address table. Okay, so now I clear all the MAC address table, and if you observe here, this green LEDs, how they are blinking, see, because of spanning tree protocol, because we disable the spanning tree protocol, that's why these are blinking. Okay, because it is created the loop in the network, that's why it is blinking. If you go here in the physical view, you can check here also. If you go here, see this LEDs, if you see this LEDs how it is blinking, because we disable the spanning tree, that's why we have this issue. See, so now let me go in the simulation mode. Let me go in the simulation mode. Okay, and let me edit the filter. I can edit the filter here. I will remove this one. I will keep only let me go here. I will keep this packet only STP. Okay, I will keep only STP, so we will see only STP. So now I am in the simulation mode. Let me take one packet from this PC. Okay, this PC to this PC. Okay, now let's see how it will go. Let me clear the events. Let me clear this buffer. Now let me take from here to here. Okay, and let me select, actually let me go here and take ICMP packet also, so we can see the ping packet. Okay, so what I will do, I will take one packet from here. I will take one packet, want to send from here to here. Let me play now. This packet is going here, and this packet, see for one ping how many packets are roaming around the network. It is creating the loop. It is going from one switch to another switch. If you see, this is roaming around the switch, this is roaming around the switch. It is creating the loop. It is network is having the loop, so that's why all the packets is roaming around the switch. This one we can say broadcast storm. It is created broadcast storm in the network. We have only one PC, that's why it is having so many packets frames. If we have 100 PC connected in our network, then we will have lot of broadcast storm. Okay, so what we are saying, this is a broadcast storm. If I go here and if I check here in this switch MAC table, let me check here, show MAC address table. If you see here, now what it is showing A0/0/1 is connected to this interface. Okay, and if I do same thing, it will change to another interface also. If I do here same thing, because MAC address table is changing, because it is not stable, it is changing. It is saying this IP is changing, this MAC address is coming from different ports. Okay, if I do here, because I think this 2 PC I did not change, maybe for the PC other PCs, but anyhow if you see here this port here, if you see F0/3 here they have other entry, but here they have another entry, right? So switch is confused, switch is unstable. They are unable to detect which port is connected to which PC. They have the issue, and they created the loop. They have the loop in the network because we disable the spanning tree protocol. See how it is creating the loop. Okay, so we can say we have the issue without STP. We have the following issue. One is the broadcast storm, another is a MAC database instability, and we have multiple frame. Same frame is coming from this interface, same frame is coming from this interface. We have the issue like that. Okay, broadcast storm. What is broadcast storm means? Let me show you here. Let me paste any picture. See, same thing as I am saying. Same frame will go from here, here again. Same frame will come. First time this PC is sending, but next time this switch is getting from this interface, not from this interface. Okay, so this one we can say broadcast storm. Okay, any confusion, any doubts? MAC database and instability we already discussed, because it is changing the database. Always the port is having the different values, because sometime before starting we have this interface, but later it changed to this interface. Okay, any doubts, anything? Multiple frame is coming, so we already understand what is happening. Let me remove from the simulation. Even if you don't understand, no issue, just remember, try to watch one more time this video, you will have the idea. You need to remember we have 3 issues. If we disable the spanning tree protocol in our network, we will have 3 issues. One is the broadcast storm. Broadcast storm means the packets frames all are going in here only, and it is creating the loop in the network, and it is we have the loop in the network, so it is going around the loop. That is the broadcast storm. We can say switch, when switch receive a broadcast frame, it continuously broadcasts them. The switch broadcasts, then again it to other interface. Like when the switch receive any broadcast, it will broadcast to other interface. Okay, so it will continue the process and it will eat the bandwidth of the network. Broadcast stream consume the entire bandwidth of the network, we can say like this. Okay, so broadcast stream will disturb our network. So next thing what we can say, MAC database instability, because MAC table are built by the examining the source MAC address on a packet receive. Whatever packet is received, he will check the MAC address which PC is connected to here, and he is building the MAC address table. But when the packet or frame is MAC address, same MAC address getting from different interface, then the switch is also changing his entry, and the database table whatever switch is creating, it is unstable and it is having the issue. Okay, and switch is confused and they are unstable, we can say like this. This is a database instability. And multiple frame we receive, because same frame we are getting the multiple number of times. So this is a problem when we disable the STP. Okay, any confusion? If you have any confusion, any doubts, you can tell me, no issue. So now let me go and enable the STP. Okay, so how I will enable the STP? I will go in the global configuration mode. I will write here, instead of no, I will remove, I will say spanning tree protocol 1. So spanning tree protocol will be enabled. Okay, spanning tree protocol, I will go here also. I will go in the global configuration mode. I will write, let me check, I will remove the no. Wherever I wrote no, I will remove the no. I will press enter, and then let me go to this switch also. I will go in the global configuration mode and I will write spanning tree, wherever I have, I will write no. Remove the no. So now it is enabled. Now it is enabled in the PC. Now they will have the election and one port will be disabled. Spanning tree protocol is going to disable one port depending upon the MAC address of the switches as well as the priority of the switch. So now we are going to discuss what is MAC address of switch, what is priority of switch in our next class. In our next class we are going to discuss switch priority and how the root bridge is selecting. Let me tell you, see here in this one, in this network we will have one switch as a root bridge. One switch will have as a root bridge. Okay, one switch will have the root bridge. You need to remember this one. Root bridge is nothing but king. We can say king switch. Among this whole network we will have one switch as a king. Example, in your school or in your organization you have one manager, right, who will manage everything. Same like that, you can imagine you have the one switch as a manager who will manage, or you can say one switch as a king, or in the technical words you can say root bridge. In the network we will have one switch as a root switch, and that will be having the all ports will be enabled in the root bridge. And let me do press fast forward here, so we will have this selection very fast. Let me go here, this one I will press. Okay, because this we have the issue, so let me reload, because of spanning tree protocol this topology hang. So what I will do, I will reload. So now it is reloading. Now we will have very fast. Okay, so if you see here, we have this port is disabled now, all other ports are enabled. Okay, or let me close this topology and open again. Let me close that topology and open again, because I think that topology is hang. That topology is hang because we are disable the spanning tree protocol in that one, that's why it is hang. So let me open a new topology, same topology. So now here I have the topology. If you see, this port is disabled. So what we can say, we in the all the switches where we connected, we have one switch as a root bridge. We have one switch as a root bridge. You need to remember, in our network we have one switch as a root bridge. Okay, and root bridge is having the features. I will show you what are the features. So you need to remember, root bridge is a bridge where all the ports will be in the forward. If you see, this is disabled. Okay, this is disabled, so this should not be a root bridge because one interface is disabled. Maybe this is root bridge, or maybe this is root bridge, because these PC ports are in the forward mode. Forward means green. Whatever frame they will receive, they will forward. So now we can say First of all, we need to remember in a network we will have one root bridge. We have one root bridge. Okay, we have one root bridge. So why we have one root bridge? Because he is going to manage the network. All the packets and frame will go through the root bridge only. So how we will have the root bridge and what are the criteria is there to have the root bridge, we are going to discuss. So by seeing the ports we can say this PC will not be root bridge because this switch is not root bridge because one interface of this switch is disabled. So this switch will not be root bridge or root switch or king switch. So maybe this one is the root bridge or maybe this one is the root bridge. Whoever switch is root bridge, all the frame will pass to that switch. Okay. So now how we will see root bridge, which one is the root bridge? You can check. You can go inside the switch and right here show spanning tree. Let me write here show spanning tree VLAN 1 because we have VLAN 1. If you see here this is a detail we have and here it is written this bridge is a root. This is a root ID and it is saying that this bridge is a root ID root. So this switch 3 is a root. Okay, this switch is a root switch, that is a root bridge. Let me copy this MAC address. I will copy this MAC address. I will paste this MAC address where we have the switch 3. This is a switch 3. So I will paste the MAC address of the switch 3. Let me go to the switch 2 and I will type here also. Let me type here also enable and then I will write show spanning tree protocol VLAN 1. If you see here we don't have this bridge as a root bridge like this. Here we have the root ID information. But here is not written this bridge as a root bridge, so this one is not a root bridge, and this is a bridge ID. This is a bridge information, means switch SW2 information is this one. Bridge ID is nothing but bridge. This information is nothing but for the switch itself only. So the switch which we log in now, that switch information we have here. So I will take here like this. Okay, I will copy from here. Now I will go here. I will paste this information here. I am pasting the MAC address. Okay, now I will go to this another switch. I will go here also. I will write here. Let me go here. I will go in the enable mode. I will write show spanning tree VLAN 1. Okay, because we have by default VLAN 1 only. We have by default VLAN 1 only. That's why here if you see, let me write show spanning tree VLAN 1. Okay, so if you see here, let me make little bigger. This is a root ID information, root bridge information, and this is our information, and here also not written. This is a root bridge, not written in this switch. Only here we have the information. So this is a MAC address table of this switch. So let me copy this one also. I will paste this information here. Okay, I will paste the information here. If you see here, this one. So in our next video, we are going to continue the same thing. We are going to discuss depending upon what parameter, which switch will be selected as a king switch or the root bridge switch, and the other switch is not selected as a root bridge, that is non-root bridge. What is the reason and which parameter we are going to consider, and spanning tree protocol, which parameter they are running and how they are selecting as a root bridge and how they are selecting as a root port. What are the designated port, non-designated port, we are going to check in our next class. Now what we learn in this one? In this one we learn whatever issue we will have if we don't have STP. Okay, and how we can check STP is running or not. We type that command and we check. In one switch we are getting the information this is a root bridge, and wherever we are getting for that switch all the ports are enabled, all the ports are working, all the frame will go through that port. Okay, so this one I think for this class this is enough. We are going to continue in our next class remaining topic. Okay, thank you very much for seeing our video. Subscribe to our channel, share with your friend who is interested in CCNP and CCNA and Python. Thank you, bye.